This is Gino. So tell us a little bit about when you joined. He's a little nervous, so come on now.
Boy, you guys, man, you have no idea. Okay. Right now, I work for Dallas ISD. I'm a supervisor for HVAC for Northwest Dallas. So basically, I've got about
You gotta do that rap. Like,
hello,
yeah, there you go.
hello. So basically, I have about 72 campuses that I manage with chillers, boilers, and all that. You buy an apartment complex that are buying chillers, talk to me. But anyway, you started. When you first started, it didn't start out like that.
You started as what?
I started as a custodian.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
I started as a custodian. I worked at Skyline High School, one of the largest high schools in Dallas-Fort Worth.
Yeah, because I used to be a teacher in Dallas, and I didn't know him, but I used to go to his school a lot for trainings and stuff.
I think I know you, though.
Maybe.
I think so. But anyway, yeah, so basically what happened, if you know anything about teaching in Texas or anything about the education system, you have teachers' retirement, right? So in teachers' retirement, you can't pull that money out or borrow against it unless you quit or retire. Well, I'm 53 years old, and so I probably can't retire. They said I could retire in 27?
Yeah.
Right?
Probably, yeah. So
basically, I was probably coming to lifestyle probably a little bit before 2015. I was coming off and on.
Introduced by a friend, right?
Yeah, my friend. And so I would come and I would see these people doing all this great stuff and buying properties and this big apartment complex and houses over here. And I was like, dog, I want to do that. And I was like, how can I do it? Because I was like, man, guys, I was also about $20,000 in debt.
Yeah. But you joined. How did you join? What made you join though? In 2015.
What made me join? It's a guy, David Fisher.
Yeah.
David Fisher.
And this is I'm leading him on because he's about to say some things that I need you really to catch. But go ahead.
Yeah, David Fisher was like, I would talk to David off and on, and he was like, well, why don't you just buy a property, duplex, live in one side, and rent out the other? Mm-hmm. And so I was like, okay, well, let me start looking into that. So I talked to, a couple people around Lifestyles and Lifestyles Realty, and who was that, Mashawn that was here at the time. And basically we found this property that fit what I was looking for, it fit my criteria. And so I did an FHA loan, right?
Oh, you're jumping ahead. You're jumping.
Am I jumping ahead?
Yeah, you jumping, man.
Oh.
He's telling you too. What I was trying for you to talk about.
He wants
David
to get to
Fisher.
networking afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You talk about David Fisher, but you were
still
saying
with David.
What he told you, because you was like, man, how can I do this? I'm $20,000 in debt.
Right.
And what did he tell you? That's the important. What did he tell you to do?
It's on the slide, I think.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
People have read it.
How can I forget? How can I forget? David says, hey, well, if you don't have any money to do this, he was talking to a bunch of people, get a job! I was like, get a job? I was like, I have a job. I got to thinking, I was like, you know what? Wait a minute. I need another job.
Yeah.
So I worked 2 full-time jobs.
That's it. Yeah.
For 2 years.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to
So
get.
when you hear these hours, you're gonna think I'm crazy. So I would basically go to work for Dallas ISD in the morning. I would get there at 6:30 in the morning, work to 3:30. Off at 3:30, so I would sit at my desk and rest from 3:30 to 5:30. The next job I went to, I was there at 6, worked overnight to 6 in the morning, got off at 6 and went back to DISD at 6:30. So did that for 2 years.
And here's the thing. Most people are like, man, I can't do this, or I don't have the money or the resources. But here's a man, and that's why each time you come to these case studies and I'm up here, I'm trying to show you something because I'm coming around the room because everybody has like the same, issues or thinking the same thing or thinking I can't get it. Well, here's an example of a person that didn't have the resources, deep in debt, and needed, the income, and he had to go 2 jobs to get himself out to be able to come and start investing. And so this is possible. Now it wasn't forever, but he did what he had to do to make it happen for himself. And it doesn't end there. And so, but you talked about those negative friends, because when you're doing things that are outside of the box, there's those friends around you that's telling you, man, why you going to that second job, right? Mm-hmm. Talk about that.
Yeah, you've got people that are out there. They'll be like, well, why are you doing this? That won't work. You tried it before. It won't work, and you're just wasting your time, wasting your money.
What did you do?
I got tired of hearing that.
And what did you do?
Got rid of everybody.
Got rid of them. He didn't try to keep them. He didn't try to change them. He got rid of them.
Had to, because it's like you're gonna stay exactly. Have you ever seen one of those rockets that take off like the space shuttle or something that's taking off, and it goes and it gets so far up, then those booster rockets fall off and fall back to Earth? It's like, well, everybody can't go where you're going. You know what I mean? And so I realized that, and I was like,
I told you it was going to get good.
Man, I'm using that my 2 days.
Right?
Hey, steal it, man. I'm telling you. We just cranking up, y'all. I'm telling you.
Am I right, anybody? Am I right? You guys know about that? All right.
All right. Come on, get Gino a clap. And so,
we are only on slide 1 of
No. We're going.
Just saying.
We're going. Copy. And so during the 2-day, basically David, he's going to show you how, David showed him.
I'll show you the same thing this weekend.
Yeah. Showed him how you could purchase 10 single-family homes, but you'll learn that from Brian. Mm-hmm. And after 1 to 3 years, you can capture the equity and start investing again. So some of you guys get in some deals, and then maybe in a few years, start doing it again. And so we're going to move on because I know we have some good stuff. This is a property that a duplex that he was about. Tell us about this one.
Okay. Took this duplex over, and as you guys can see, this thing was a wreck. And
all the pictures on the left side look great.
Oh man, that was fantastic. Hey, even had a little mold and a little rot there. How about that? So basically, friend of mine, we did some work on this. It took a little longer than expected to get it done, but hey, we finally got it done. And as you can tell, the difference from where's that? There's the kitchen over there. It came out looking like that and stuff like that. And we had to gut the bathroom out, redo all that, and it came out pretty good. So.
And so basically, what's phenomenal about this, because he can basically live on one side the way he structured it and rent the other side. So some of you guys that trying to figure out, okay, well, how can I come in? I need a place to stay, and also I want to do some investing. Well, this may be an option for you. And so we're looking at the numbers, and we're saying, okay, the appraised value was about $315, purchase price $240, rehab was about 10 aside. We're looking at this is just one side, so we're just looking at one side, right? Mm-hmm. And so cash out of pocket was $10,000, and of course, like I said, it's just one side, just double it for the second side. Mm-hmm. And about cash flow, well, $1,590 a month, and that's a little under $20,000 a year. Cash flow $642 a month, a little under $8,000 a year, and then cash on cash return is 72%. Equity capture is what? Somebody, come on, I can't say it. $75,000, right? And so, So here's the powerful part. This is what I get. Oh, my teacher friends. I was in education 17 years. This is the powerful part. In education, usually when you retire, you probably pull out $100,000 maybe, or if you're lucky to, as a lump sum after about 30, 35 years. What I was seeing was the teachers that retired, I would see them come back subbing, come back with a second job. And I was like, man, you worked 35 years and you coming back? You see what I'm saying? And so in 20 years, it took him that amount of time to save what he just made in a single transaction. That's the powerful part about why Lifestyles is, able to help so many people, because we show you the model, right? And is that not powerful? Yeah. All right.
You guys, that made me mad right there. That 20 years for $100K and your teacher retirement, that got me upset.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And you'll make
nuts.
more every year.
Yes.
It's crazy, but you will.
And
Once
so-
you learn how to make money,
Go
you
ahead.
go back one slide.
Oh,
Sorry.
listen, we're on a time schedule. No, I'm just kidding. I'm giving him a
just
hard. I'm
such
giving
a-
him a hard.
it's
I
such a
told you
slide.
it was getting good, and it gets better.
So you go to a lot of places, and they won't show you the secret sauce or tell you what it is, right? At Lifestyles Unlimited, right, we'll tell you the ingredients, and we'll tell you how to make it, and then we'll watch over you and help you make it. Copy?
Copy.
All right? That's
I'm
awesome.
loving it. I'm telling you, I'm loving it. And so basically, finally, seeing how to purchase real estate, you can have a huge effect on your life. You just repeat the process. You could take the money, but as long as you got the skill, you repeat. You know what I'm saying? You can repeat the process. Now we keep the money, we take the money, we keep it. But I'm saying, you see, we can just repeat the process. And so go ahead, hit me one more. And so basically, short-term goals, what? Just purchase.
I think, well, since I had to go this route and I can't get a hold of teachers' retirement money, what I'm going to do is just keep purchasing single family. I'm going to buy a few more.
Yeah.
I'm going to hold this thing for a little bit, buy a few more, and then I'll probably, I don't know, I'll talk to you guys.
Yeah. Well,
but I'll
buy
probably
some, yeah.
sell them,
Yeah.
trying to build the equity up in them.
Because some people have, some people have the money. Because we were talking about this. Some people have the money to go straight multifamily.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't have that money, okay, well, hey, let's come on single family side.
Right.
Get your money up, and ultimately do some, multifamily stuff. But you got to start where you are. Don't not start because maybe you feel you intimidated by multifamily. No, come get your money up. Be like my man Gino. And let's go. Let's work. We're gonna help you, all the way, right?
Got to make it happen.
And so long term, he'll do some multifamily stuff. Consider, purchasing on unit or something like that. And so it just hit me one more time, slide. And so what's powerful about investing?
As you can see, I'm tired of listening to that alarm. This phone right here, in the morning, this thing goes off at 5 a.m. Then it goes off at 5:15. Then 5:30, I finally get up.
Anybody can relate to that? You get what I'm
God.
saying? Yeah.
You guys just have no idea. But I'm sick and tired of listening to that, and so I'm going to keep plugging away at this until I don't have to do that anymore.
All right.
And I see it in the near future.
And so one of the hold up, we got just one more. So advice for the new case study people that thinking about tenant or signing up. There's a popular movie out. You guys have saw it.
Tell them about this.
Tell them about it. He wants to.
I went to see the Avengers, the Endgame, and there's a part of this movie toward the end with Captain America here and Iron Man. At the end, they were like, "Hey, 5 years ago, we lost friends, we lost family, we lost a part of ourselves, but we're in for the fight of our lives, and we're gonna win, whatever it takes." And
whatever it takes. And so that's his biggest thing in his mind, because we were talking about, we were up probably 9 or 10 o'clock when I was putting this together, and he was like, man, whatever it takes. And I wonder if we could just adopt that attitude, whatever it takes, and get it done. I think we have one more slide. And so
what was
go
the
ahead.
top of that previous slide?
Oh, go ahead, go back. And so,
So
Go ahead.
when you came to the case study, right? What was your big aha takeaway moment of the case study or the 2-day? And then let's go through those bullets.
I think
go back.
Back again.
Oh, go back. Yeah.
Okay.
I think the big aha moment was just like I said, is that listening to that alarm clock in the morning, and I've been on different events, and I've actually sat and talked to Dale before, Dale Walmsley and stuff like that, and he's kind of like, hey, what are you doing? You got to get moving. You know how Dale is. You're taking too long. Come on. So I'm like, oh, okay. So it's just that's why I came up with this whatever it takes attitude. And so that's where that was the big aha moment for me. It was like listening to the alarm clock. I don't want to do that anymore.
Well, and it reminds me, if I could give advice, and I know this is Gino's spot, but if I could give advice, I remember, like I say, sitting in your seats, 2017. You still. Whatever's going on now, well, maybe not COVID, but I'm saying, a lot of things, it just cycles around, you know what I mean? And I was like, wow, I don't want to be, that person worked 35 years, any job. My mom, shipyard, she was a welder on them ships. I'm telling you, when it was hot, it was hot. When it was cold. And I didn't want that life. And I didn't want to see myself, retiring and, giving all to this company that's going to, doing well because of me, but me not doing well, And so that motivated me to change the structure of my whole life because of lifestyle has changed. I'm doing things that I never thought that I would be able to do just because of the resources now that I have. When I used to try to go on vacation back in the past, had to watch kind of what you were spending. But now, go on vacations, you're still conscious of what you spend, but you're able to, enjoy yourself a little bit more. I remember I took my kids to Legoland. The first year we joined Lifestyles, I said, hey, thanks, Dave. I Facebooked it. You can go back and look. I had a lollipop in the hand and holding my wife with the other,
So sorry, Gino, I want to ask you. You had a map in your W-2 job, right?
Right.
Taking care of the facilities, making sure things work, managing your team.
Exactly.
But you learned a different map at Lifestyles.
Exactly.
Right?
That's a map that I never would have learned there. There's, once you get locked into a job, I think it was Robert Kiyosaki or somebody who said that, once you get that first paycheck, it's like you're hooked, you're locked in. And so with this job with DISD, hey, we'll give you a little more, we'll give you a little bit more. We get, we just kept working hard, trying to get that. Then you got caught into that circle. Well, eventually, there's two things I thought about. One, my time.
Yeah.
Because I'm wasting time. I'm getting older and stuff like that. And it's just like, I want to be out sitting on a beach or something somewhere, instead of just,
The paycheck reinforces your belief cycle, so you just run around the same track.
Yeah.
The first single-family investment reinforces your belief cycle that this works.
Okay.
Right?
Okay, I got you. Yeah, come on. I like this. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Right.
The teacher's being taught. Okay.
It's just
My job.
It's just kind of like Dale always says, the hamster in the wheel syndrome type thing. You just keep running. Eventually, you got to get off of that thing.
Yeah. So that is awesome, man. And so we had a couple people to reach out. Nicole, she's not available tonight, but we're gonna give a huge shout out for her, helping him coming along. And then we had another LU realty agent, and he'll be talking about like the blast and stuff like that. If you come to the 2-day for as the realtors, we got realtors that'll help you with looking for properties.
I'll cover this at the 2-day also. Lifestyles has a realty group that sends out email blasts going, this one's ready, do you want it? This much down, it has the analysis of the property on it, some pictures of it possibly. So I'll cover that in the 2-day also. And also, we're going to have a couple questions for Gino, right?
Okay,
so if you're online and you got a couple questions, type them in and they'll relay them up here for us.
How many are we taking?
2 or 3.
Okay.
Any in the room or online, but sorry, are we done?
Oh, I just want to mention we got Gateway. Huge shout out to Gateway, Greenworks, and Property Management, Macau. So huge shout out.
So why'd you choose Gateway, Gino?
You know what? I think I just I was at an expo, and then I think I ran into a guy with Gateway, and he was like, "Hey, we can get you."
So you networked with somebody?
Right. It was just a networking thing.
Found the person who brought 75% of the money for your first investment to the deal?
Right.
Right?
It's just
Copy?
Yeah. Copy.
Right? That's our biggest partner right there, the lender, right?
Yeah.
right. I
Yeah,
know it.
yeah.
They help out a lot. Trust me.
And so, did we have questions? Just raise your hand and we can.
Terry, you're up, buddy.
Wow, that was quick.
Hey.
Couple questions about your duplex. So since you lived on one side and rented out the other, I assume you self-managed that, correct?
Nope.
Well,
We property. We just
it
did
was
property management.
Okay. And then what did you do with your previous home? Did you sell it, lease it out, or did you lease?
No.
That's the powerful thing about the story. Like,
well, let me tell you about that. Actually, my
good question.
believe it or
good
not,
question.
my mom is like 91 years old, and so when I was a kid, I didn't realize she was actually investing in real estate when I was a kid. And so the property that she has now, that actually I have, she's living with my sister now, and that property is like worth what, about $400,000. but she paid it off. I mean, it was paid off when we moved in back in 1986. And so, you know, it's like, you know, she was real estate investing because she would always tell me, save your money, and stuff like that. So that's basically what
Kind of living with
she
his
was
mom.
doing. I was kind of living with my mom and stuff like that.
And Ember, you have a question also?
Yeah, question here.
Yeah, I think I saw your video on Facebook earlier. I'm curious, why did you pick red doors?
He's yeah. You know what? He's messing with. Okay, I got you. Yeah, you would do this. Yeah, okay.
I need y'all to talk to David Fisher about that. It's one of David Fisher's models. It's like why reinvent the wheel?
Yeah.
It's like stonemason
Brian-
gray, white trim, red doors.
And
It
Brian-
works.
Brian
I will
go
talk
over
about
that,
this weekend.
Yeah,
You
he'll
can
talk
walk,
about it.
or I can walk into probably any Lifestyles
Yeah.
Unlimited member
Yeah.
and lease the unit.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome.
Yeah.
We have brand new wood look vinyl plank flooring, mindful gray on the walls with semi-gloss white trim, right?
Yeah.
Brand new stainless steel
Yeah.
appliances.
That's the.
It works. Why change it? And I'll go over this in the 2-day in much more detail, but if you're gonna own 10 single-family houses, do you want 3 cans of touch-up paint or 30 cans of touch-up paint in your trunk? There you go. Make sense?
You'll literally be passing by apartments now and houses, and you'll be like, I bet
That's
a
a
lifestyle.
no-you deal,
I bet,
yeah.
I bet a lifestyle person owns it.
Okay. Last question from online.
Hey, Gino, how long did your rehab take, and did you get to roll the cost of that into your loan?
Oh,
yeah.
great question.
Well, the rehab it took a little longer than expected. It took about 4 or 5 months. maybe. It
okay.
took a while
It's a little
because
bit different.
It's a big rehab.
It's a little different the way I had to do this because I kind of had to do it kind of out of pocket as I went along, and that's why it took so long. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
well, what he's trying to say is, normally we would get it, fix it up, and then rent it. But because of the situation he was in, it didn't need necessarily fixing up. He was able to get the loan without fixing up, and he just
Right.
came out of pocket. And because it was so little, he
And
just took it. Yeah.
I'll cover that this weekend also, how we buy homes. Sometimes you could buy it straight with a Fannie Mae loan like he did, or FHA loan.
FHA.
Sometimes you have to use different type of financing to roll some of the construction costs or rehab costs into the loan.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that
He'll get
this
into
weekend.
it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
All right, we good?
I think we are. Hey, thank you very much, Gino.
I told you.